Hey Aquarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for March 6th, 2025. This is for Aquarius. Last shuffle coming out for Aquarius. You may be feeling more like yourself. I hear this all the time. I think I said this for Scorpio. Everyone's like, you're standing in your power. And I'm like, I never really understood what that meant, to be honest with you. I'm not slow or anything, but some of the terms uh, in this neck of the woods, sometimes they just like, I'm like, let's really break this down because I know how I think. But as I'm seeing standing in your power, I'm seeing more of like you're fully feeling like yourself or being more like yourself. A lot of you are needing to just like forgive your parents. I know that came out before for you, but they're asking you to get more information on something with your parents. There's something that you may know already. I think you're you don't realize it, but you may be extremely psychic. And you already know what the problem is. You already know the past or what's going on. You could tell by the way they were acting. You're not just psychic, but you're like a genius. And I see someone here that was like, you may have been really close to someone who uh, told you family secrets that they wouldn't tell anyone else. I'm seeing someone who has like information that no one knows. Like you may be the only one that knows certain things. This happened as a matter of fact, this happened to me. There's a recipe. My family is not from this country, of course. I'm the first generation born here. And my grandmother made a dish, and I'm like, how in the world we all woke up in the morning on Saturday mornings? It's like a dish that she would only make on Saturdays. And so we would all wake up and help her. And everyone, like all of my cousins, we lived in a big family group gathered in this home. My parents, my uncles, and my cousins, my aunts and such, and everyone when they would come to America to visit, they would come to the house, and we'd all be like bunched up together on a sleeper sofa up in every room, just happy as I don't know what, we're all together and stuff. And I'm like, how do you not remember this recipe? And as we get older, I'm seeing them asking questions like, how do you make it? I'm like, what? We helped make it every time. Like, there's no way you didn't know. But however this goes, either that's the case for you in that sense, or it's the sense too that um, you know stuff about certain people in the family that others don't know. And I'm saying that for family because they're speaking about you needing to forgive your parents here. And so there may be some things you find out later that they were limited in so many ways. They may have been limited through maybe their carnal desires kind of vibe. Like they were so busy trying to, like dad, like a father, like, oh, you were so busy trying to be the Rolling Stone that you forgot about your kids, or maybe not that, but maybe you were so busy focusing on your life and being entertained that you weren't able to do XYZ. That's just for some of you. For others of you, this would be about finding out more about, yeah, they squandered some things in their life. Like, forget it. That's what I'm saying. They squandered some stuff. There's certain things, maybe they were awesome in so many respects, but then they may have squandered their time. Maybe they were so straight-laced and prudish that they didn't go and live their life the way they wanted to. They never went to that Broadway play. They never went to da. But however it goes, there's something that you know, and so they're showing that it may even be, there may even be legalities involved in it. Like, now you know why they didn't do XYZ, because they had a record, and then you're able to understand so much more. It opens up the doors to forgiving them and saying, well, I accept that. I understand you had limitations. I don't, though. And you need to understand this, because a lot of us, not you, but a lot of us in general as people, we fashion our lives based off of what we've seen and experienced as children, or what was paraded in front of us. That's how we need to live our life, or how we don't need to live our life. How about that? But they're showing that you need to know this, because you're supposed to expand further than them. You need to know that, as although you may even have looked up to them to some degree, that they had limits and you don't. So you're already miles ahead of your last generation, which is all your parents could ever ask for. I'm even seeing some of you being indigo children. You may need to look into what that is. You were born for a specific purpose, a higher calling, a bigger dream. And so either that or just you may, if that's not resonating with you, then they're asking you to incorporate indigo into your day to help you to improve the vision that you may have of your parents. They want you to be careful, because if you don't forgive them, you are going to find yourself repeating everything they did that you don't like. You're not going to like that. I've watched that happen in my life too. I can't take it. I'm like, you need to forgive mom and dad before you turn into just everything that you couldn't stand, because he's starting to do some stuff that I'm not understanding right now, you know. But they want you to take a chance on your parents, especially if they're still alive. Take a chance on them, and that there's a rebirth in that relationship. Okay, because I'm seeing with consciousness of lack is the Three of Wands, the Magician, Four of Swords, Queen of Cups, and basically that's what that's saying. It's actually speaking of things moving better, getting better, and that it may be difficult for you to forgive them. It's hard to forgive with this Queen of Cups. You may feel like, I haven't. It hasn't been enough time yet to pass by for me to really forgive some people, but they're showing that you can do it. You know what I mean? That you can't wait any longer. The consciousness of lack is you can't wait anymore. You really can't. Some of you may feel like I don't know what to do, because honestly I haven't had enough time to get over it. But most Aquariuses are like, once it's done, it's done. Like, we're done. You know what I mean? Back and forth, Page of Cups and Seven of Wands. It's just telling me that your intention is to still have your guard up, but I'm seeing you being very hyper focused on the past not repeating itself with you. That's not happening. You're not about to do that again. I'm not doing that. I'm not going. If I even look like I'm acting like mom or dad, stop me. Okay. Back and forth though, Four of Pentacles. I mean, this is with the vast universe rather. This is that vast universe energy, but it's all the same, to be quite honest with you. Vast universe is about the same thing. It's actually the same thing. The past is a burden, right? And you know that it needs to be laid down so that you can move forward. A lot of you may start projecting things, like it was saying there. I'm seeing projection, that if you don't start to see that this is meant, some of this is meant for you to express. Like some of you, I'm even seeing like Kevin Hart energy, even though he's like a Cancer, and I'm seeing Cancer energy here, to be quite honest with you. How he would make jokes about his problems, and if you listen to his jokes, you're like, dude, that was messed up. Like, that's embarrassing. But it was just really funny, because he was able to express creatively what he went through in a way that brought him revenue. He made money off of it. So they're saying that your ability to communicate is crazy. It's you know some things. It seems as though you're going to be able to communicate in such a way where you're able to get more information. People are going to readily want to tell you what you want to know. So this is a back and forth of saying you might want to. It's hard for you to open up. It's hard for you to say what you want to say. It's hard. I see that here. That it's hard for you to give. Like, you may want to still hold on to some of that grudge, because I don't want to deal with what I dealt with before. Um, or I don't want that in my life. There's no way in the world I'm ever repeating that or dealing with that. But they're also saying that you still, there's a want to dream a lot bigger. Like, there can be a better life. Um, I can grow and expand and turn whatever I've got into profit, or turn whatever I'm doing into something like a work of art or a masterpiece. Lost though, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Some event here. This event would tell me that you can no longer do things traditionally. You don't have, like, whatever you find out, it will help you to understand why it's best not to follow in some of your family's footsteps. You may already know that, right? But it may be on a very small level. Like, maybe they sucked in 50 different areas, but in one, it's like, well, they went to college and they did this and they did that. Maybe that's not for you. Or maybe, and I say that because the Hierophant represents being institutionalized, or institutions, schools, universities, traditions, right? Beliefs, religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs. So many things the Hierophant represents. And if you've lost that, that means that there's wisdom that was not like I'm saying, like um, you're just like this. Why Kevin Hart came up. Now I remember what that was. He turned his pain into profit, but he also, one of the jokes was sad as crap. You know, the family's like, dad is on that stuff, and he's like, no, you don't even know. He's going to college, and it's like that's the story that he was told. That's the life that he felt that they were living, and to have that ripped away from you and realize, my goodness, you know. So, that wasn't true. And I've been living my life trying to be like them, or trying to fashion some parts of my life after what they have projected onto me. And now I'm projecting that, onto my own self or into other people. So, Spirit is asking you, I'm seeing angel number 0330. And usually this is about pursuing your goals. Just keep going, believe in yourself, and just go for something. You can't wait anymore. This is usually a benefit to all the people that you love in your life and for yourself. And they're showing this ability to communicate. Okay, so that is exactly what I kept seeing. It's like people are going to want to tell you what you want to know. And it seems as though you're going to be able to speak to so many people. People will be able to read your body language. They'll just know. The people that are in different stations in life, or even different languages, you might end up like, I don't know how, but I know what they meant by what they said. I know. um, be very mindful at all times. Stay in the moment, right? Stay in the moment. Don't worry about the past. Don't even bring up the future. Speak about what can you tell me, kind of vibe. um, just tell me what you know. But I do see someone coming towards you to give you more information. I see someone willing to. They have the information you're seeking, and they're willing to give. Yep. Fifth house may be highlighted here, and this speaks about the flair in which you speak, like how that can kind of give off the vibe of how you can, like, what you can access with communication. And I say that because some people say I'm terrible at flirting, and then you find your fifth house is filled with a lot of flirting. Um, like you're a sensual being, right? And you don't even realize it. And it's like, well, try it out. You probably don't even realize that in your quirky way, you are very seductive. You just don't even see it on yourself. Spirit is asking you to do like a siren bath, right? To bring in the energy that you want. And also will help people to feel you out and understand you. This bath kind of like, it pushes your energy outward, where you don't have to say a word really. Although you do need to ask questions, you won't have to ask much. Like I said, you will just have to say to someone, "Tell me what you know." They're going to tell you the past, present, the future. They're going to tell you all the details, show you the screenshots, show you the paperwork. You don't even have to do much. So what you would have to do is get like a pound of sea salt and add like 10 drops each of jasmine and neroli oil. Or you could use either neroli or a lang, or you could use all three. I've tried all three and it works. But you would put this in your bath, right? This is a bath where you're just submerging yourself. This is not the scrub-a-dub bath. This is not the one where you're doing your hair in the tub, or this is the tub. This is the bath where maybe you have your, maybe you just get in, okay, and you submerge yourself, and you think about how you need certain information, or how you want certain people to be attracted to you. And this attraction could be, like I said, for business, for love, for reconciliation, information, whatever the heck, right? You think about that, then you get out and you drip dry, then get dressed. You will find that you won't have to say anything half the time. You're just showing up, and people are just like, "So, Aquarius, I'm about to tell you, there's something I forgot to tell you over here." Da, 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 da. And you're just like, "Man, I've been waiting on this information. I didn't even have to say anything." So anyhow, that's what I've got for you here. You could be dealing with a Taurus, and Aries. We also have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo. Those are the main signs, or all the signs rather, that I'm seeing. So you could be a Capricorn Aquarius cusp, or an Aquarius Pisces cusp. You could be dealing with a Pisces Aries, or an Aries Taurus cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart, If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.